Beautiful people, beautiful people. What is up, everybody? It's going to get really dark in here for just a second. I need to pull the comments up on my end. We'll see who gets in here first today. Now, normally we don't do these morning streams, but we did one the other day, and there was actually quite a few people in here, so I figured why not? We'll do another one. Let's toss out some notifications to the Discord. All right, there we go. All right, we'll see who gets first in here today. What's up, Daniel? Welcome, Daniel. Daniel coming in with first. What's up, dude? Good morning, good morning. Welcome, welcome. Max, what's up, Max? Welcome. Christina, I hope I said that right. Good morning, good morning. Love you from the UK. Much love going right back at you, Christina. PJ, welcome, welcome. Come on in, everybody. Come on in. Like I said, normally we don't do these morning streams, but we did one. We did one the other day, and it was actually quite popular. So I figured, why not? We'll do another one. Good time for the UK. Yes, 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 yes. I like mixing it up a little bit. I like mixing it up a little bit and seeing new faces that we normally don't get to see. It's nice. It's nice. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I'm going to go ahead and drop that Discord link in the chat for anybody who would like that. All right. There we go. There we go. It's 4:30 a.m. What are you doing up, Maddie? What are you doing up? What's up, John? Welcome, welcome. It is about 7 a.m. my time, so early morning. Early morning here. I do like getting to see, like I said, I like getting to see all of the new faces. It's quite nice. Almost forgot my starting soon. Almost forgot my starting soon. It's about 7 a.m. my time, Max, right now. So early morning. Early morning. At work, always fun, Maddie. Always fun. Fun. We'll give it a few minutes. Let some people get in here that want to join us live. Also, guys, if you're not on the Discord, I made a little announcement over there not long ago that today I would like to focus on knocking out some of these coaching sessions. I know there's been a handful of people interested in those, so if you're one of those people, feel free to toss me a DM. Feel free to toss me a DM. That can be on the Discord chat. That can be on the Instagram, the Vacate Fear Facebook page, and I will do my best to get back to you as soon as possible. But I would like to make that my main focus today, and maybe for the next few days, try to knock out as many of those as possible. So if you're interested in that, don't be shy. Toss me a DM. We'll see what we can do. Morning, Wonder Bro. Good morning, Carrie. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Welcome. Today, guys, today we're going to be talking about the secret to anxiety recovery. Everybody loves to throw that word in their titles. Everybody loves to throw that word around. What is the grand secret to all of this? Well, the secret to all of this is that there is no secret. Stop talking. Right? So that's what we're going to be talking about today. I know it's very tempting to head on up there to the mental drawing board, as I like to call it, and overthink recovery, overcomplicate recovery, and try to figure out what the secret behind it all is. But I'm going to level with you. I'm going to keep it real with you guys, as I always do, right? There is no fucking secret. There is no secret, and we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about how maybe your search for this secret, for this magical phrase, for this magic sentence that you're so desperate to find. We're going to talk about how all of that is actually just hindering you and probably keeping you from where you want to be. That's the ironic thing about this whole the secret to recovery that everybody seems to like to talk about and think about, right? Lunchtime, saw you were live. I was like, what? Yeah, normally I don't do streams at 7 a.m., but here we are. Here we are, and we'll see how that goes. We'll see how it turns out. I don't know. The last early morning stream we did was quite a success, so we'll see how this one goes. We'll see how this one goes. I think the last time we did this, it was actually a few hours later. I think it was more like 9 a.m., 10 a.m., something like that. So this one's even earlier. So we'll see. We'll see. Nightbot dropping the link to the TikTok. If you have a TikTok, feel free to join us over there. We're fairly new to that, but people seem to be enjoying that. You are live. I'm assuming you meant to say I'm in luck, maybe? I don't know, but welcome, Ghost. It's good to see you, dude. What's up, Fu Man? Welcome. Welcome, welcome. We're about to get this stream started in just a minute, guys. This one was kind of like way off what we normally do as far as the time is concerned, so I'm just giving it a few extra minutes today to let some people get that notification and get in here. And then we will get going. Then we will get going. But welcome, welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you guys. Good to see you. Hope everyone's having a good morning. Let's see, we've been going for about 6 minutes now, I want to say. About 6 minutes, yeah, so we'll go ahead and get this one started in just a bit. Just a bit. Hey, Wonder Bro, Europe time today. What's up, Bruno? So it's a good time for you guys, all right? How you doing, man? Welcome. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get this one started. Let's go ahead and get this one started. Your videos are worth more than, I'm going to assume you meant to say. Self-help books. Your content just hit the nail on the head. Love you. I appreciate that. Thank you, dude. All right, guys. All right. Let's see here. Go ahead and get rid of that. Go ahead and get rid of that. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started. Real quick, Max says, bro, I don't have any social media. How do I arrange a coaching session? I don't really know how else you'd get a hold of me. Email? Email maybe? Toss me an email. Chris Shorter 1993 at live.com. It should be in the description. Yeah, toss me an email maybe. Maybe that's one way you could go about it. But yeah, I am going to be trying to focus on those coaching sessions. So if anybody wants to grab a spot, hit me up. All right, guys, let's get started. The secret to anxiety recovery, and then I have out beside that, is that there is no secret. Stop talking. Now, all of that is pretty self-explanatory. The secret to anxiety recovery is that there is no secret. But what do I mean? Okay. What do I mean by stop talking? This is the important part. This is the part where we're actually going to start to get shit done. This is the part where you're actually going to start to heal your nerves. This is the part where you're actually going to get to the point where you stop beating your nerves to death. So the first part of that, very straightforward. There is no secret to anxiety recovery. Now that last part, let's elaborate a little bit. When I say stop talking, okay, that's the least amount of words that are up there in the title, but that's the most important words that are up there in the title. Stop talking. Now, what do I mean by that? Why is that so important? Let's go into a little bit more detail here. So, the stop talking part, okay, means stop looking for that magic phrase. Stop looking for the thing that it is that you're not doing. Because the whole time you're looking for that magic phrase, the whole time you're looking for that thing that it is that you're not doing, the whole time you're trying to perfect this thing and boil it down to this and this and that, and the whole time that you're trying to overthink this thing is more time that you're just beating your nerves to death with a baseball bat, right? Now let me explain that, okay? I'm going to try to put that in very simple terms. If we've got that part of our brain that's responsible for anxiety, but it doesn't know any better, whether we're in real danger or not in real danger, all it does is watch what we do. It kind of goes over. We can send messages to it with our thinking mind, but if it doesn't know any better, if it doesn't know the difference between a real danger and just us sitting there overthinking, then why do you think that stop talking part is so important to your recovery? Because the thing about it is, guys, people go on and on with this thing for years, right? They go on and on with this thing for years, trying to figure it out, trying to put all the pieces together. And I understand there's a time and place to learn. There's a time and place to gain knowledge. Of course you got to learn. Of course you got to gain knowledge to use it. But people go on and on for years, overcomplicating it, overthinking it. And they're not really getting where they want to be as far as their recovery is concerned. They're not really getting to the point that they want to get to. And why is that? If you've got that part of your brain that is responsible for setting your anxiety, okay, but it doesn't know any better, and it's just it's just watching you sit there and overthink and worry all day, every day about anxiety and about recovery, then what do you think that part of your brain is going to assume? It's going to assume that there's a problem. It's going to assume that there's an issue. And that's why worry makes people sick. And by sick, I mean nervously ill. By sick, I mean anxious. That is why worry and overthinking is so bad for our mental health, right? Because your brain doesn't know any better. It doesn't know any better. So when you're constantly searching for that magic word, when you're constantly searching for that magic phrase, when you're constantly searching for the secret that doesn't exist, when you're always up in your head 24 hours a day thinking about anxiety recovery and anxiety and how you feel and blah, 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 when you don't make any effort to cut down on this and instead use acceptance towards these thoughts and feelings, right, which means to shut up, if you're not putting in that effort, right, your brain is up there going a mile a minute, watching you go a mile a minute. And it's saying to itself, well, there's definitely a problem here. There's definitely an issue here. There's definitely something wrong here, right? So people spend day after day after day thinking that they're using acceptance, but they're still up here just thinking. They're still up here just, oh, what about this and what about that, and am I doing this right, and what about this part of recovery, and what about this symptom, and they're always up here just blah 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 blah, right? And then they come to me and they say, well, Wonder Bro, I'm using acceptance. I don't know what's going on here, right? And to those people, I always say, okay, what's the difference between you and the people here who have recovered or are on their way to recovery? The only difference is because the people that are on their way to recovery have stopped talking to themselves so much, right? Have stopped talking to themselves so much. They've stopped thinking so much about everything that they think is wrong, and they've stopped thinking about all their symptoms, and they've stopped adding all these horror stories, and they've stopped getting involved with these thoughts, and when these negative thoughts come, they simply say okay, and they go back to living, right, instead of talking, right? So you can have thoughts and you can have feelings, but whether or not you start talking is up to you. And if you start talking, which is what you've been doing for so long, you start running in circles in this very stressful mental hamster wheel, right? And your brain, your poor old brain, the whole time, it's thinking to itself as it watches you doing all this talking, man, what's going on? Look how preoccupied with all of this talking they are. Look how worked up with all this talking they are. Look how they don't stop talking, man. Something is up. Something's going on, right? So you're just sending danger signal after danger signal after danger signal. And that's why we say you can't, and I told my Discord chat this last night, you can't think your way towards recovery. And you can't think your way out of anxiety. That's what you've been trying to do for so long. You've been trying to think your way out of this for so long. It's time to shush, right? It's time to shush. Because the more talking you do, the more danger signals you send. It's time to get yourself into the habit, into the practice of zipping it up, right? Of zipping it up. I know it's very tempting, guys, and I relate to you and I understand you. It is very tempting to constantly be running that mental mouth of yours. I understand. Now, I'm not saying you won't have thoughts, and I'm not saying you won't have feelings, but opening that mental mouth of yours with your own conscious choice and talking to yourself about these thoughts and talking to yourself about these feelings, that is your choice. May not feel like one because you're in such a bad habit right now, but that is your choice. What did Dr. Claire Weeks meant by second fear? She pretty much summed up second fear as all the oh my goodnesses, that's how she put it, that you add to your feelings. But what she basically meant by that, if you think about it a little bit, what she basically meant by no more oh my goodnesses, no more second fear, was to quit talking, right? Was to quit talking. That's what she meant. That's basically what second fear is in a nutshell is. Isn't that right? She says stop adding oh my goodnesses. What is she basically saying there? She's basically saying stop talking to yourself. Right? So we get these anxious feelings and we get these anxious thoughts, these what ifs or thoughts about the feelings themselves or whatever. We get these anxious thoughts, we get these anxious feelings, and we start running our mental mouths. Right? We think we're doing ourselves a favor. We're not doing ourselves any favors. Right? We're just keeping ourselves worked up. So you are under the false belief, and this is basically what this all boils down to. You are under the false belief that you can talk your way out of anxiety. You are under the false belief that you can talk your way towards recovery. Right? But understand when I say that it matters what your inner voice is, I'm not saying I want you to try to talk your way out of anxiety or talk your way towards recovery. I'm saying your inner voice matters because if you keep that inner voice short and sweet, okay, I accept these thoughts and feelings, or, oh, okay, there was that thought, Okay, but you stop talking as much after you make that little intervention there. You stop talking as much. This is how you heal, right? Because the problem is, okay, people think that their inner voice needs to be this big debate with these thoughts and feelings, so they never shut up. They think that their inner voice needs to be this big, long, drawn out argument with their thoughts and feelings, so they never shut up. And all they're doing is sending danger signal after danger signal after danger signal, right? So when Dr. Claire Weeks talks about second fear and she talks about the correct accepting inner voice, she's not telling you that she wants you to try to talk your way out of anxiety. That is the problem. That's why you're here. She's telling you not that she wants you to talk your way out of anxiety, because you can't. You can only add to it. She's telling you to get quiet and just keep an inner voice of, okay, there's that thought, I accept that thought. There's that feeling, I accept that feeling. Instead of getting into the big, long, internal, blah, 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 right? So sometimes people often get that confused. Well, Wonder Bro, what is the correct accepting inner voice then? If you're telling me to basically shut up, then what do you mean by the accepting correct inner voice? I just simply mean little reminders to yourself. That's all I mean by that. We're cutting out the big, long, internal debates and arguments. We're not talking as much, okay? And when we say correct accepting inner voice, we're just referring to little sweet reminders that you give yourself throughout the day when you notice that you are talking too much, right? That's what we mean by that. When you notice that you are talking too much, okay, we want you to make a small little intervention and just remind yourself, okay, there's those thoughts, there's those feelings. I got to shut up because I'm not actually helping myself, right? I'm not actually helping myself. That's what we mean by the correct inner voice. We don't mean we want you to continue talking to yourself, because that is the whole problem. That's why you're here now. Okay? The correct accepting inner voice simply means we want you to stop talking to yourself and just give yourself a little reminder, if need be, when you catch yourself talking to yourself about all this crap. Give yourself a little reminder, okay, there it is. I accept these thoughts and feelings. I accept these thoughts and feelings. That's all we mean by that. But the secret to anxiety recovery is that there is no secret. You just got to stop talking to yourself about these thoughts and feelings. Catch yourself mid-sentence. There I go again, up here adding all this second fear, blah, 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 arguing with these thoughts and feelings. Catch yourself. Put in the work to catch yourself and stop talking to yourself, because you're lost in this maze and there's no end to it. You got to bring in some awareness, some self-awareness and responsibility, and catch yourself mid-sentence and stop that. Cut that out. Instead, just accept these thoughts and feelings. You're not actually helping yourself with all this talking to yourself. That's what landed you here, was all the talking to yourself. The body and mind, okay, does not need your help to recover and to heal. Doesn't need your help, doesn't want your help. Your help is what's screwing it up, right? Because all this talking to yourself, you're just running in a stressful mental hamster wheel that's keeping your nerves tired. Your body and mind does not want your help, nor does it need your help to recover. It needs you to stop talking. That's what it needs, right? So the secret to anxiety recovery is that there is no secret. Stop talking. I hope somebody takes something from this. Accept those thoughts, accept those feelings, and when you catch yourself up here with the mental blah, 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 you need to be like, oh, there I go again. Time to go back to picking my nose and living my life, right? So I hope somebody takes something from this. I hope somebody takes something from this and dedicates to it. You're not going to be able to think your way out of anxiety. You're not going to be able to do it. You've tried that for how many years, months, weeks, days now, right? You're not going to be able to think your way to recovery. You've tried that for how many years, days, months, weeks now? You're not doing yourself any favors, right? And I think we can all agree on that, because if that worked, it would have already worked. So maybe it's time to put some faith and some trust in your body and mind and stop trying to talk your way out of anxiety and just let them do their thing, right? All right, you guys. I'm going to switch on over to the post stream, read some comments, see what everybody is up to today. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. Who we got in here? Who we got in here today? Neon, what's up, dude? Needed this. I hope you take something from it, my man. Fu Man says, so right. I tried to think myself out of that for years. Tried to solve that magical puzzle. Yes, failed hard. Failed hard. Sometimes not adding gas to the thoughts is just avoiding running away. That's what we shouldn't do. Maybe I'm overcomplicating, but there is the fear that I'm doing something wrong, that nothing has changed. So basically, you're still talking to you. You're not shutting up, right? Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe blah 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 blah. Understand that at the end of the day, anxiety acceptance, put in the simplest way possible, means that you feel what you feel and you have the thoughts you have, but you have absolutely nothing to say to any of it. There you go. That's the simplest way you can put it. Start being quiet. Okay? And when you notice that you're up in your head with the blah, 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 right? When you notice you're up in your head with the blah, 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 catch that. Catch that and be like, I'm up in my head with the blah, 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 blah again, right? I just need to let my body and mind do their thing because I'm adding to and I'm not actually getting anywhere. I've been adding to for so long, right? Right? Staying busy is one way to put it, PJ, as long as you're not up in your head with the blah, 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 right? Now, that doesn't mean you can be busy all the time because, unfortunately, we can't just be busy all the time. There's going to come times where you're not busy all the time, right? And during those times, it's important that you're practicing acceptance instead of getting up in your head and adding all the blah, 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 right? That's important. It's important that you practice that. It's important that you catch that while you're doing it and just remind yourself, oh, I'm doing it again. Time to go back to scrolling Twitter or whatever, right? So it's just a practice of catching yourself adding all the blah, 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 right? That's what it is. It's a practice of catching yourself adding all the blah, 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 blah to the thoughts and feelings. It's a practice of catching yourself adding all the blah 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 to the thoughts and feelings, right? That's essentially what this is at the end of the day. I get your point, and there's nothing wrong with living life and being busy, and so that maybe you're adding less blah 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 blah. But there's going to be points where you can't always stay busy, so it's important to practice this, right? Hey, what's up, Pooty? I found a secret, which is to complement to what you are saying, and that is body language. We also need to learn how to shut up with our body when a symptom pops up by releasing the tension. Can be helpful. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but let's not make it more overcomplicated than it needs to be. I'm not disagreeing with you at all. I'm just saying let's keep it really simple. Let's keep it really simple, and let's put it to you like this. Catch yourself when you're up in your head with the blah, 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 blah over your thoughts and feelings and cut out the blah, 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 blah. And instead just accept the thoughts and feelings. That's the most simplest way that we can put it, right? And then, of course, what is the other of the two main keys? Live your life. So as you're practicing catching yourself in your head with the blah, 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 blah over the thoughts and feelings, you also need to be living your life in the meantime for multiple reasons. It helps build confidence. It helps prove to your brain that there's no real danger. It helps in multiple ways. So two main keys in a nutshell right there. And we love to put the two main keys in as many different ways as we can because it helps people understand. Catch yourself when you're in your head with the blah, 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 adding all the blah, 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 blah about your thoughts and feelings. Cut that out. And live your life. Right? Let's keep it as simple as possible. Simple as possible. Everything I'm saying applies to you, anxiety. Don't worry, dude. I didn't miss your question. You're famous here for spamming your comments. I'm not giving you any hate. I'm just saying I didn't miss your comments. You sent it about 12 times. I did read it, and I'm going to tell you that everything that I'm telling to the chat right now applies to your question. So if you're listening, then you've already got your answer. You got to catch yourself when you're up in your head, adding the blah 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 to the thoughts and feelings, and cut that out. And live your life, right? Right? Now, I'm not a douchebag. Well, I guess sometimes I might come off as a douchebag. I'm not a douchebag. I'm a nice guy at the end of the day. So I'm not gonna time out your account or anything for spam in the chat. But please try to cut down on that a little bit, if possible. Thank you. That way I can read everybody's comment, right? You're not the only one here. So if you could do that, I would be grateful for that. Let's try to give everybody a chance to speak. But if you are listening, your question has already been answered. Okay? And I know, I'm going to call you out on this one. I know that this is the same. You just made a new account. I can tell by the way you type. All right? I'm not I'm not giving you any hate. I'm not trying to punish you here. I'm just saying you don't have to make a new account in order to come in here. You can go back to your old account. But please, if you could cut back on the spam, that would be great. How do you go about real serious health issues? I was diagnosed with a rare autoimmune disease and it almost cost me my life. So understand this. We've got real things that happen in life, such as real health concerns and conditions, right? We can take the appropriate action towards those. which I'm assuming you've already done. You've already been to a doctor. You're taking the appropriate action that you can towards your health conditions, correct? So at that point, what else is there for you to do? You're already taking all the action that's available to you. So is it helpful to your body? Is it helpful to your health? Is it helpful to your health condition? Is it helpful to your mind? Is it helpful to anything or anyone or any part of your body to get up in your head with the blah 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 towards your health condition? Is that helping the health condition itself? Is that helping your mind at all? Is that helping your body at all? You know the answer to that question is going to be no, right? So you're doing all that you can, I assume, for your health condition, such as doctors and medications and things like that. So you're doing everything that you possibly can for your real health condition. But is getting up in your head with all the blah, 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 blah about your life, about your thoughts, about your feelings, about your health condition, is any of that beneficial to what's going on, right? So there comes a point where we take the action that we can take. But we have to realize that we need to practice the skill of not getting into the head about the blah, 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 about life and our feelings and our health conditions and our thoughts and our, so forth and so on, because none of that is benefiting anything. It's only making the reality that we're currently in far more stressful than it has to be, even if we're talking about a real health condition. You're taking all the action that you can take, and that's all you can do. All of the extra blah, 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 blah is not benefiting anything. Right? It's just making it worse. Your stress levels higher and so forth and so on. So there's no doubt that bad things happen in this life. But without a shadow of a doubt, all of the extra blah, 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 okay, is not doing anything for your health condition. It's not doing anything for your nerves. It's not doing anything for your feelings. It's not doing anything for your body. It's not doing anything for your mind, right? So yes, there is bad things that happen in this life. There is stressful things that happen. And it's unfortunate. And there's nothing we can really do about it. But at the end of the day, you're taking the action that you can take. And although that it's unfortunate, and although that there's, it's not something desirable, is any of the blah, blah, blah helping? Right? That's what we need to ask ourselves. So yes, it's unfortunate. And yes, it's not desirable. And yes, we wish that you didn't have to go through it. Right? But is any of the blah, blah, blah helping? So to answer your question as simply as possible, acceptance needs to come into play. Whether we're experiencing this, whether we're experiencing that, we can take appropriate action, but once that appropriate action has been taken, is any of the extra blah, blah, blah actually helping? Right? That's the question that we have. So we kind of answer that question with a question, right? Had a quick question. Do you guys experience during your journey a positive intrusive thought popping into time to time? Starting experiencing it today, of course, keeping accepting as the other ones. Nothing wrong with experiencing a positive thought, just like nothing wrong with experiencing a negative thought, right? It's up to you if you want to give it weight or not. Uh, who is your favorite attacker on Rainbow Six? I would have to probably go. I know Echo is my favorite defender. Um, Echo, that's his name, right? The guy with the drone? I don't know. I haven't played it in so long. Favorite attacker, though? That's a good question. I used to use Blackbeard back in the day, but that's been many years ago. Are the thoughts of the past and horrible memories classed as second fear to the body, Chris, because it often reacts to these? So the negative intrusive thoughts are not second fear themselves, because you don't choose to have these thoughts pop up. But whether or not you get up in your head with them and entertain them and add the extra blah blah blah, that is second fear. That's giving these things energy rather than just accepting them, understanding that they're there, but not trying to fight with them or add any extra blah blah blah. Right? You're just accepting their presence. You're accepting these feelings presence. You're accepting the thoughts presence, but you're not adding any extra blah blah blah. Does that make sense? I hope that answers your question, Ronnie. By the way, Pooty, my man Pooty, I did get your message over the coaching session, which, by the way, guys, I announced this earlier, but I am going to be trying to really focus on those coaching sessions, man. I'm going to try to get as many as I possibly can done, okay, here coming up, starting today. So if you'd like to jump on board with a little voice call with yours truly, feel free to toss me a DM on the Vacate Fear Discord server, the Vacate Fear Facebook page, Vacate Fear Instagram. There's multiple ways that you can get up with me. I will try my absolute darndest to get back to each and every one of you. So if that's something you're interested, feel free. Of course, that's completely optional. It's just something a little extra that I add. All right, so if you're interested in that, let me know. I did. I also got your reply just now, Pooty, and I will send you one back. I will send you one back as soon as this is over. As soon as this is over. I feel like this was a good stream. I feel like we covered a lot of important topics today. I feel like we got a lot of things out of the way. I mean, it's basically the same thing we talk about every stream, right? Just worded a different way. Um, but I feel like that's a pretty simple way to put it. Just stop talking. I know it's tempting. I know it's tempting, Chad. I understand. I know how tempting it is to continue talking to yourself about all these thoughts and all these feelings. Where are you going? Where are you going, man? You're not actually going anywhere. You're just sitting there, but you're a million different places, right? Adding all this stress to the nerves. So I think that's a pretty simple, straightforward way to put that today, and I'm happy with that message. I'm happy with that message today. Stop adding all the extra blah blah blah. That's a good way to put it, isn't it? All right, chat. Let's see. um, why can't I click on it? What's going on? Okay, there we go. There we go. All right. Hey, Carrie, I did get your comment, but for some reason the bot held it. I don't know why the bot does that from time to time, but very proud of you. That is awesome. It is a call, PJ. Yeah, it is a call. It is a call. Yeah, the coaching sessions for those of you interested, it is a call. It's an actual voice call, like a phone call. Um, I will check my messenger in just a second. But yeah, it's an actual voice call with me, and it lasts 1 hour. So if you'd like some more details on that, you can reach out to me. I normally do them on Discord, but if I've got you on another platform, I'm okay with using a different platform, whatever works for you. If we got it, we can try to make that work. You got time today? I'd like to do some today. Yeah, I'd like to try to do some today. I'll see the order in which I get these messages, but we should be able to do that for you today, PJ, and you too, Pooty. We should be able to do that. I will let you guys know though. I'll send you guys reply to your guys' DMs as soon as this is over. But yeah, that's just a little something extra that I offer, chat. These streams, they cover everything that we talk about, but if you'd like to do that, if you feel like you learn better in a one-on-one environment, that's fine. It's just something extra that I offer, completely optional. It's completely optional. I'll always continue to do my streams and my YouTube shorts and everything else, but just something extra that I offer. Just something a little extra that I offer. Oh man, where did I lay that down at? I can't keep up with nothing, chat. I can't keep up with nothing. So basically, not feeling as sharp as you normally would feel. Basically, right, Raymond? We talked about that the other day. You got to think you are going through some pretty intense changes in your life with your mind and body. So, your brain being as overworked as it is, and now you're starting to apply acceptance, it's starting to chill out a little bit. So, completely understandable why you'd feel a bit, what's a good word for it? Why you'd feel a bit dazed. Yeah, no problem, Pooty. I will do that. No problem. No problem, no problem. So how's everybody's day been, chat? Talk to me. Let me know how you been. I like hearing from you guys. Like hearing from you guys, chat. Let me know how you been. Still trucking right along, Pooty? What accent do you like the most? That's a good question, Ghost. What accent do I like the most? I don't know. I really like the British accent. I don't know. I really like the British accent. I like the posh British accent. I don't know. I think it sounds pretty cool. I think it sounds pretty cool. Only been a few hours of today, so far. Hopefully the rest as well. Hopefully we'll be able to talk today a little bit, PJ. Try to do a little YouTube short later. I know you guys are loving those. I'm going to try my best to do at least one of those a day, and also try to do at least one TikTok a day. So that's pretty much my goal moving forward. Try to continue with my daily streams, and also try to do a daily YouTube short and a daily TikTok. Because honestly, those don't take too long to make. So the German English accent, nice. A little late, but what's good, Warner Bro? What's good, AC? Welcome to the chat. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. I do have a little bit of news for you guys, by the way. Let me come over here to my setup. Bro, that anxiety TikTok was hilarious. The one about having a good day. Yeah, I'm trying to make funny little skits over there too because, yeah, I mean, you guys know me. I like to joke around a bit, but I've tried to make my channel here as serious as possible. Um, but I do like to joke around and do little skits and stuff, so I figured I could do that on TikTok. I'm glad you're enjoying them, PJ. It's awesome. My intrusive thoughts revolve around my loved one. Same concept, same shit, different diaper, right? I became a better person because of her and learned to love myself, and I'm genuinely happy. Yeah, so the intrusive thoughts, same shit, different diaper. If you don't want them to grow, don't feed them, right? And that's what we mean by adding all the blah, blah, blah. Because of these thoughts, I somehow feel anxious for thinking happy things. Yeah, so like I said, same shit, different diaper. I love that you teach us the same content in different ways because we are all individuals and some stories reach our mind better than another one. Exactly, you nailed it. Nothing like a sparkling water, chat. There's nothing like a sparkling water. So good, so good. I think I must be healing, brother, because your vids aren't as appealing to me the more days go by. That's a good sign. What's up? I didn't know you were live right now. I'm so excited. What's up, Brian? So the news. Okay, I almost forgot. The little bit of news that I do have for you guys as far as my living situation goes. Um, Basically, I've been doing a lot of homework. I've been doing a lot of math. I've been doing a lot of research with what goes on here with the bills and stuff like that. And I was looking into it, and our electric bill is a big reason why we pay so much a month. And it's not because we run the electric up. In fact, I've been doing really good here recently, especially with keeping that electric bill down. However, I got the recent statement, started looking over it, and realized what I didn't realize before is that we are on a budget plan, which means we have an account balance that is due of like 800 and some dollars. So here's my plan. If we can pay that, because guess what? This month, like last month, the bill's coming up. Last month, the electric bill was only 218 bucks. That was it. That's after fees. It was like 199. After some fees, it was like 218. But guess what? We have to pay 390 something, an almost extra $200 because we're still working on and trying to pay off that account balance that's owed. So if it wasn't for that, it'd be like only a $199 electric bill. So my thinking is I'm going to work my ass off, whether I have to do coaching sessions, tongue-tied, every single day as soon as my feet hit the floor until my head hits the pillow at night. I'm going to work my ass off until I can pay that account balance owed of 800 and some dollars. That way, each month after this, the electric bill coming in will only be around that 190 mark, what it's supposed to be. Right? Does that make sense? So that's my thinking. If I can do that, I'll be saving like 200 bucks on just the electric alone. And then if I can get access to the mortgage account, which we're currently working on trying to do, we can hopefully request a modification there. And then we can get these bills into a reasonable amount. And once we get these bills to a reasonable amount, we might not lose my childhood home. We might not lose my childhood home. So cross your fingers, chat. Cross your fingers. As we're moving forward, I'm doing my best to not lose this childhood home of mine. I'm doing my best to get those bills to a reasonable amount, and I just figured that out this morning once I was looking over the statement for the electric bill, that if I can pay that amount balance owed off, I won't have to be on the budget plan paying $390 a month each month. I can go down to what it's supposed to be at about 190 bucks, right? So I'm gonna work my ass off. I'm going to earn it. I know I got to earn it. I'm going to work my ass off, try to do as many, whatever I got to do, try to drive the coaching home. People that wants the coaching, hit me up. I'm going to work my ass off, and I'm going to try to get that balance due paid off, right? So that we can go back to paying what we're supposed to be paying on that electric bill, which is like $190 a month. So fingers crossed. Let's get it done. I'm going to rewatch this stream when it's put up. It was a good stream. I enjoyed it. I like the way that we worded things today. But yeah, that's the only update that I currently have on me. I know you guys have been asking for an update here recently. That's it. I'm trying to work my magic over here and make this possible. I'd love to get a one-on-one session to pay you for all you have done for me and thank you in person. Hey, reach out to me, man. The Discord, Facebook page, Instagram, email. Reach out to me. Reach out to me. We'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. I'm gonna do my absolute best to get up with everyone. Right? I'm gonna do my absolute best to get up with everyone. Man, it hurt when I lost my childhood home. A lot of memories in that house. Yeah, I don't want to lose it. I don't want to lose it. But in order to do that, I'm gonna have to work on getting things situated. I'm gonna have to work on getting things caught up. So I'm gonna try to work my ass off to do that, because paying 400 bucks a month just in electric alone is pretty fucking high when I could be paying like 190 if it wasn't for the amount owed that we owe on the account of like 800 and some bucks. So I'm really gonna just try to work my ass off and try to get that paid off. And then once that's paid off, it'll go back to being about 190 bucks a month, which is far more doable than 400 bucks a month in electric alone, right? That shit adds up. So just going to work my ass off, try to get that amount owed paid off, and then that's going to help tremendously. That's going to help tremendously. So I'm going to do everything that I can. I'm not trying to get personal, but do you add extra thoughts to your grandpa's passing? I knew I did with mine for years and years, just seeing if it's normal or should still leave that thought alone. I don't add any extra thoughts to it. It is what it is. That's life. It's the circle of life, man. And of course, I experience feelings of grief. I experience feelings of sadness. I have the occasional thought roll in about his passing, but I don't add to it. I accept reality for what it is. I accept the thoughts. I accept the feelings. I don't get up in my head with all the extra blah blah. And that doesn't mean that sometimes I don't sit around and just think about them. That doesn't mean sometimes I don't just sit around and reminisce on old sweet memories, right? But as far as those depressing or negative thoughts, that might pop up every now and then about his passing, I don't get up in my head and argue with those or add all the extra blah blah, right? I will sit around and I'll reminisce about the good old days and stuff, but I don't get in my head and I don't add the extra blah 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 to any of those negative thoughts, right? So same concept, and that's why when all that happened, I think I did it was either a post or it was a stream or it was a video or something where I said, this is a good example of why acceptance is good life advice. That's exactly why I said that. I was like, what I'm going through right now in my personal life, it's a good example of why acceptance is good life advice and not just good anxiety advice. Hope you can save it, Wonder Bro. Best wishes, man. I hope so, man. I hope so. I'm gonna try to do my best. I'm gonna try to do my best. I'm gonna work extra hard this month and try to come up with that 800 and some odd dollars to pay that amount owed off. That way we can get off the budget plan and stop paying nearly $400 a month. I want to work really hard and try to get that lump sum up and pay it. That way each month it can go back down to being the normal 190-ish instead of almost 400 bucks. Um, so my thinking is, if I just work really freaking hard and try to do my best to come up with that amount owed, pay it all off in one lump sum, then my electric bill can go back to the normal 190-ish a month, and that makes living here a lot more doable, especially with how high the mortgage is. But if I can do that, man, oh my God, if I can do that, whew, that would be fucking huge. That would be fucking huge if I can hustle that up. I'm doing the laundry, but at least the weather is cooler here. Nice, Carrie. I hope you're enjoying your day. What's up, Street Fighter? Welcome to the stream, dude. But yeah, that's the only update I have on my life at the moment, guys. I'm trying to work some things out, and trying to get it. I didn't even know we were on a budget plan with the electric. I didn't know that. But now that I know that, that's the only update I got. I'm trying to pay that balance off. That way, we can go back to just paying what it's supposed to be, like 190 a month instead of nearly 400 because we owe money. Um, if I can do that, our bills will be several $100s cheaper each month, and that makes it a lot more doable. It makes it a lot more doable. I might have to get a coaching session when I get my salary. Yeah, they're completely optional, but some people do enjoy the one-on-one. So if you're somebody out there who think you might enjoy the one-on-one approach, feel free to hit me up. We'll see if we can make that happen for you. See if we can make that happen for you. But don't worry. Don't worry. Okay? The streams aren't going anywhere. I'm still going to do these free streams. I mean, we pretty much cover everything right here. I'm still going to do the YouTube shorts. Nothing's changing. Nothing's changing. It's just there's a lot more on my plate these days. So I'm offering more services to try to make up for that. But at the end of the day, nothing's changing around here. So I'm not selling out on you guys. Don't worry. Don't worry. Loving these early streams, can never catch the later ones. I'm dead asleep at those times. Gotcha. Yeah, I normally don't do the early streams, but the last one I did was so popular that I figured I'd do another one. I'm glad you guys are enjoying them. I'll hit you up. Sounds good, Brian. Sounds good. Like I said, I'm going to do my absolute best to respond to everyone. So, yeah, if I can get that amount owed paid off, man, and get my electric back to 190 a month instead of nearly 400, that'll make life a lot easier. So I'm gonna just try to pay it in one lump sum by working extra hard. That's what I'm gonna try to do. Try to do. Yeah, the budget plan. So I mean, they're good temporarily, but you start owing all this crap. You start owing all this crap, and then at the end of the year, you got to pay that. At the end of the year, you got to pay that. So the budget plan is good temporarily, but it makes your monthly bill higher. So and of course, let's say I owe 219 for the month, but my budget plan I've got to pay 400. Of course, that extra little bit's going to go towards what I owe, but then, you know, it gets complicated. It gets complicated. It starts adding up. Maybe you've got higher months here and there, and then, you know. So I want to just pay it in full, and just get it back to where you're just paying what you owe. What the amount of electricity you use that month is what you pay, not this budget plan thing. At the end of the year, you don't pay that, then you're going to owe all that. So it's like, I don't know. I'd like to just work extra hard and get it all paid off, and just get that all paid off, and just go back to just paying what we owe each month for what we used, and that be it. So that's the goal. Budget plan is good temporarily, dude, but at the end of the year, you got to pay what you didn't pay, right? So, but if I can get that paid off, that would be huge. That would make the bills a lot cheaper each month. Do you exercise? No. No. I'm just going to be bluntly honest with that one. No. What's up, Mint? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? The book's a work in progress. You know, there's a lot of different little loops you got to jump through as far as that concerned, but it's a work in progress. Work in progress. All right, guys. I know I'm ending this one a little early today, but you guys have the update that you need on me. So I got a few people that are interested in the coaching. I'm going to try to focus on that today. I'm going to try to do that. Um, and I need to save as much time during the day today as I possibly can to try to get up with everybody. So I'm going to go ahead and end this one early. That way I can get on the ball and start sending out some messages. Um, and yeah, hopefully just put a big dent in that. Hopefully I can put a big dent in that and make life a lot easier on myself. So I need to save as much time today as I can to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and end this one a little bit early. I love you guys. Oh, I'm burpy. Oof. Okay, I apologize. I love you guys. That is the update on me. But thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gonna go ahead and get out of here. And if you're interested in all that, expect to get a message from me. Okay? I love you. And